Episode 1.7, The Mines. As the group continued to do missions, there was a list of interesting missions that involved them fighting against fictional and even mythical villains that were brought to life by an unknown source every other week, such as a mission that involved them to go to the woods to track down a chupacabra. Another one required them to defeat an evil magician named Houdini. There was even a mission where the team had to stop the big bad werewolf from blowing down and robbing the National Piggy Bank. Now, why they were fighting these strange entities was beyond them. However, the enigma proved to be oddly exciting for them as well. Lastly, there was an inevitable task of rounding up dangerous criminals from within the city and turning them into the authorities. That's how afterwards, the JSA members stated that the monsters they've found in the past felt unreal, as if they were some kind of illusion to distract them from something more important. Due to the group's overall success on their past missions, JSA sent Justin and his friends on their first major mission. This mission required them to go into a large abandoned mine shaft deep within the dense forest to obtain the last sacred emerald. They arrived at the entrance of a giant mine and were immediately discouraged. This must be one important emerald to go through the trouble of coming all the way here, said Justin. The sooner we get the emerald, the sooner we can leave, replied Aaron. The 6 of them walked into the dark cave, and just as soon as they did, there was a huge fork in the road. Ike, can you hear me? There's a fork in the road. What should we do? Asked Bruce. Ike responded, but it was very hard to hear him because of the bad reception. So Justin, Ed, and Aaron decided to go left, and Bruce, Raven, and Christine decided to go right. When Bruce's group traveled to the right side, there was a cliff that had running water below it. They braved across thanks to Raven making a bridge of wood to walk across. The group had to climb huge boulders to get to the top of the mine. As they got further into the cave, they heard voices of people inside. Christine grabbed the other two and told them to get down, as there were 4 or 5 shadows walking towards the other side as they crossed right past them. Christine saw they were dressed like ninjas and was talking about finding an ancient emerald as well. They got closer to their presence and decided to ambush them. Bruce's group took ninjas' clothes and masks and blended in with the group. Soon afterwards, their leader appeared before them. "Hey, you 3," exclaimed the woman. "Have you seen any sign of the emerald around?" "No," replied Raven in disguise. "We haven't seen it anywhere." "Such a cliche trick," replied Noel. Immediately, the Borrego drew her sword and began to swing at Bruce and his friends. "Thought you could fool me, didn't you? My men always use honorifics whenever I or any other superior addresses them. Which is why I knew the 3 of you were fakes the moment I saw you." "Who are you guys?" asked Raven. Since you're all practically done for, I may as well tell you," replied Noel. "We are the Samurai Pseudo from our organization of the board. I am Noel, their samurai leader. The emerald is just up the hall, isn't it? I'd love to stay around and chat, but my partner and I have an emerald to collect. So if you could be so kind, I'll be going now," said Noel. She then flees the area and heads toward the emerald while she commands her samurai to dispose of Bruce's group. The pseudo then charge at Bruce as he breaks free from their grasp. He then frees Raven and Christine from their clutches. As soon as Raven is free, she tells others to get going and says that she'll take care of the rest of these guys. Raven uses her powers to summon thorns and fly traps to easily consume the samurai pseudo. Bruce and Christine continue to pursue Noel as they travel through the deep ravine in the cave. "Ike, can you hear me?" said Bruce. "Do you see anyone strange on your satellite?" "Yes," he replied. "I see an unknown woman with about to make a grab for the emerald. I wonder what's Colleen thinking, using a small gem like this, claiming that it's something extremely vital to our mission," as Noel pondered to herself. As soon as Noel and grabbed for it. The emerald begins to float and start flying away from her. As soon as Noelle tried to chase after it, she was shot with a ray of lightning by Bruce. "What the? How'd you get past my samurai?" asked an angry Noelle. "Hey, no need to get salty over there. You just need to train your men better," replied Bruce. "Oh, great job with the invisibility, Christine." Christine reappeared beside Bruce with the emerald in her hands. "How dare you, naive rats, mock me," sang Noelle. "I'll make you two regret the moment you interfere with our work." As Bruce charged towards Noelle, she drew her sword and began to mutter words. Vandra's spice cutter. That moment, swords, daggers, and knives appeared everywhere in the room, eager to slice away at Bruce. It appeared as if Noelle had the ability to manipulate blades. "Now diced into pieces," she yelled. As the sinister blades raced towards the duel, Bruce yells, "Christine, now's your chance!" "Right," Bruce replies as she casts a force field around the two. Raven hears the sudden commotion and runs toward the fight. "Impressive. So you're another mind elemental user, too," said Noelle. "It appears that these little pocket knives won't be enough to penetrate your shield, which means I have to use something bigger," she yells. She then combines all her miniature blades into one large, violet glowing katana blade. She charges at the two and then suddenly disappears. She then reappears behind Christine as she kicks her all the way to the other side as she grabs Bruce and throws him all the way where Raven is. Raven then goes to heal Bruce with her herbal powers, but he refuses and insists that they help Christine first. Meanwhile in the room, Noelle continues to taunt Christine. "Not enough," said Noelle. "You should have known from the beginning that we're not on the same level. Did you honestly think upstarts like you had any chance against the Mavorik's fastest member? How about this? If you surrender now, we won't have to kill you. Instead, you'll be turned into pseudos yourselves, fair enough?" "Salt with you, arrogant little witch," muttered Christine. "What a foul mouth you replied. I'll have to punish you for that." Right before Noelle strikes the final blow, Bruce and Raven run to the scene again. "What, you two again?" laughs. Noelle laughs. "You know, you three are really becoming insufferable. Come, Scorpius Typhoon." At that moment, a blast of powerful wind pierces through the walls of the mines as it blew the three away, leaving a gaping hole above them. "I must say, mostly wore me out," said Noelle. "I didn't think I had to use my ultimate skill of them." At that moment, Christine rose from her severe injuries, and a sky blue aura engulfed her as she rushed toward Noelle. The pseudo and Noelle immediately evaded Christine. "That blue aura, it can't be," exclaimed Noelle. "That's the same dark energy the Zor clan is known to possess." "Miss, how can that be?" asked one of the pseudo. "That clan was supposed to have been wiped out or driven away by you all years ago." At that moment, the blue aura emitted from the girl's body and began to take the form of blue bat wings. Then suddenly, Christine flew past her enemies at the speed of light, inducing an explosion of blue aura that caused the pseudo to fade into black instantly. "What? Impossible. We've been defeated," are the words Noelle muttered before she and her other pseudo strangely fade into black with only leaving small pieces of bright red shards and Noelle's lavender shard remaining. "This aura, where is it coming from? Is it coming from me?" asked Christine as the aura receded and healed the severe wounds from her body. As the two samurai pseudo escaped, Christine looked around and saw small piles of red shards and decided to take them with her to the JSA Center. Raven and Bruce slowly regained consciousness, completely unaware of what just happened. What just happened?" asked Raven as she and Bruce arose. "Bruce, you should hold on to the lavender shard lying on the floor," said Christine. "What?" replied Bruce. "You beat her, didn't you? You keep it." "Look, I have a whole bag of red shards," she replied. "You're telling me you can't at least take one for yourself?" "The girl's acting strange. Is she normally this way?" said Bruce as he took the lavender shard. "Look, I don't really know or care," Raven replied. "I'm just glad we got the emerald and we can go home now." Meanwhile, on Justin, Aaron, and Ed's end, the three head through the caverns, through gigantic sinkholes, deep cliffs, and dark passageways. When the three reached the end of their path, they were stopped by two stone golems guarding the emerald. Aaron takes care of the golems while Justin and Ed proceed to the emerald. Once the group finally reaches their destination, they were stopped by the giant Frankenstein resembling pseudo named Klaus. "What are you all doing here?" yelled the pseudo. "Get out." "What is this guy? Is he like a human freak show?" exclaimed Ed. "We're not here for you, just the emerald," said Justin. "If you give it to us, we'll be on our way." "Never," yells Klaus. "Go away. I won't tell you all again." "God, you're ugly," replies Aaron. Klaus then grabs the giant club and begins to swing it at the group. Justin uses his water power to defend himself, while Ed uses his physical prowess to counteract Klaus' assault. "Now they're still wet behind the ears," explained Klaus. "You fight like playground toddlers." "Okay, now that's just plain insulting," replies Justin. Klaus banged his club against the wall, and piles of rocks and boulders fell on top of Ed. Justin charged at him with his water element and shot him across the room. The emerald on top of the pestle fell over and landed in Klaus' lap. "Shoot!" exclaimed Justin as he runs toward him again. Klaus banged his club again on the ground and made a huge gulf between him and the group. "Not bad. Like, you can't get me all the way from back here," yelled Klaus. "You lose." Suddenly, Aaron flies across the room using his fire powers to rocket him straight to Klaus, causing him to plummet straight into the rocks. Klaus then drops the emerald, and Justin catches it before it lands in the gulf. Klaus's body was crushed by boulders after the crash and couldn't move. While Justin and Aaron went to get Ed out of the rubble, Klaus makes his escape by ejecting his head from his body and rolling into the gulf. After they pull Ed out of the rocks, they look around and see that Klaus is red. However, in the piles of rocks left a glowing green shard. Justin told the others to wait up as he grabbed the shard and left with the boat with the others. "Woohoo! We got the emerald!" exclaimed Ed. "Can't wait to show this to the boss." "What do you mean?" replied Aaron. All you did was just get caught by boulders." "Hey, that was unintended. Give me a break," he replied. "Hey, what do you think this is? It's not an emerald, but it's like a shard of crystal or something," I suggested. "I don't know, dude," replied Ed. "Just keep it. It's yours." When Justin and his friends regrouped with their friends back at the entrance, they saw Bruce and his group already giving an emerald to Dante as they walked out the abandoned mine. "Hey, you guys already got the emerald? And where did you get that cool purple shard from?" asked Justin. "Yes, it's a very long story. What happened on your end?" replied Bruce. "Look, they already turned one emerald to them. We gotta keep this one," whispered Aaron to Justin's ear. "We went down there and fought something that looked like the hunchback of Notre Dame, and he dropped the crystal shard." "Oh yeah? We fought these things called pseudo and beat them," replied Raven. "And that's how we pretty much got this emerald," said Christine. "You dealt with the pseudo too?" replied Ed and Aaron. "Yeah, that sounds about right," added Justin. "But what's those red things inside the Ziploc bag, Christine?" "When we beat those creatures, they fade into a black mist and left behind these red shards," she replied. "That's kind of weird," said Justin. "You sure you want to take those with us?" "Yes, for the last time," she exclaimed. They look like they could be something important, alright? Elsewhere. Those brats mess me up good. I'll make sure they pay," exclaims Klaus as his head rolls into a stream of water to his underground hideout. Okay, this was the 7th chapter of JSA the World, titled The Mines. The next chapter will be titled The Aftermath. And like always, don't forget to like, share, comment, and subscribe for more updates. Thank you all for listening.